Welcome to ACC Student News.
The news students can use. I'm Ricardo Castillo.
And I'm Nathan Previs, and here are this week's stories.
The Indiana Court of Appeals ruled against the town of Cedar Lake in an attempt to secure 2,800 acres of land along US 41 to be used for the city for development. Town officials claimed the new development would secure growth around the Indiana Expressway, South Shore expansion, and construction of the Great Lake Basin Railroad freight line. In a 3-0 decision, the Court of Appeals affirmed that the town had failed to demonstrate that the development was actually needed. It was also found that the evidence gathered showed that no developers sought to purchase the land, and in fact, many developers had sold their previous buildings to area farmers. The town has already spent $1 million to extend water service to the edge of the property in question. The town does have the right to question or to ask the Indiana Supreme Court to review the ruling by the Indiana Court of Appeals.
The school city of Hammond will request $110.6 million for new construction and $70 million for operational support at a special vote on November 7th in hopes of funding the construction of a new high school, modernizing other schools, and maintaining student instruction. School officials are asking for the support of citizens. The school district is responsible for 14,000 students and employees, 1,000 Hammond residents. The vote will affect all students and staff greatly.
And here's Tristan with more news.
Halloween started early in one Southern California city where a man dressed up as Forrest Gump has been running around neighborhoods and stopping to take pictures with the residents. Video and a photo from police show the man sporting a Maggie fake beard, red shorts, and a red Bubba Gump hat during his jog around the city of Riverside. It's the same outfit worn by Tom Hanks in the 1994 Oscar-winning film Forrest Gump. Hanks' character spends part of the movie running across the country. The man identified himself to KABC-TV only as Forrest Gump. He added that it doesn't really matter who he is. He says his runs are just something that took off and made the community happy and made people smile. This past Tuesday morning, television talk show host Wendy Williams passed out on live television. The longtime television host started her Halloween-themed episode as she did every year, but 15 minutes into the show, she started to slur her words. She had begun to introduce her first guest when she started feeling faint. She collapsed mere seconds after starting to feel faint. Once she fainted, the show went into 2 very long commercial breaks before Wendy came back onto the air. She finished the show and then went to get checked out and is expected to be okay.
The town of Cherville is adopting an $18.7 million budget for plans to open a new vets museum. The proposed budget must still be sent to the Department of Local Government Finance for review and final approval. The construction of a fire museum is also planned once the labor of the Veterans Museum is completed. The labor for this project has been donated by the Carpenters Union. Significant financial support for the Safety Village this year came from NIPSCO and Strachan Van Til.
A Hammond police officer saves a man's life after being shot. According to the Times, the police were called out to a home where witnesses stated that they heard 2 men arguing followed by gunshots. Police showed up on scene and found a 37-year-old man shot in the leg. Using a newly issued tourniquet, Officer Matthew Siegfried was able to tie off the man's leg until the ambulance arrived, and he was transferred to a community hospital. The doctors at the hospital told the officer that he likely was saved by his life by applying it. And that's all the time we have for this week. I'm Nathan Previs.
I'm Ricardo Castillo.
And I'm Tristan Selmer.
Make sure to check out the rest of our videos on YouTube.
And why not follow us on Twitter?
At ACC TV Hammond.